Good morning. It is Friday. It is a good day. I've been having a fantastic week considering all the nonsense that's going on in the world, and I've been really looking forward to getting back on here today because one, I have a bunch of stuff I want to share with you, but two, I have a whole bunch of other stuff I want to build, and so I didn't get the air horns. Why didn't that come through? Oh, because you didn't put your exclamation point, Kevin Evans. Gotta have that exclamation point, man. I'm gonna have to get better about that. You did such a good job, and then I killed it with the no exclamation point. So anyway, we are here. One of the things that I have been working on is this chatbot, and we were here on Wednesday, and we started reworking how this chatbot is going to work. And there's two of them, really. There's one that is my chatbot, and you guys can see that. I see Kevin Evans has already used it this morning to see the sound list. I'm slowly trying to take functionality away from the Jeff Blankenbot and give it to the Alexa chatbot, which you can see Amazon Alexa can do all sorts of things as well. We can do things like if I come into the chat, before I jump to my screen, I'll just type a few things. So if I say Alexa, who is Blankenburg, for an example, right, it goes out, grabs some information from a database, and lets me know, like, who is Jeff Blankenburg? And you can find out a bunch of information about me there. So that is continuing to grow and expand. One of the things that we added on Wednesday was the ability for you to say, Alexa, stop. And she says some kind of goodbye message, or you could say, Alexa, goodbye, and she'll give you some kind of clever goodbye message. Now, these are all the goodbye messages that we have in the Alexa Dev Tip skill that we've been building over the last 3 or so weeks. That is sitting in certification again. I fixed all the issues that we encountered on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I've recertified it, so I shouldn't say it's certified, I resubmitted it. And now we're just waiting for that to happen. So while we wait for the dev tip skill, I had a bunch of ideas about cool things that we could do. And especially those of you that are here like Gold Zulu and Kevin Evans, I need your feedback and ideas and thoughts on exactly what we're going to do with all of this. So let's get right into it. If we just jump over to my screen that looks like this, you can see that this is my Alexa chatbot, right? So we've really parsed it down to its core, and some of the stuff that we did on Friday was save all the chat messages. We're doing that here. We'll talk about this in a little bit. Then we also have things like this Alexa command. So if we look at my list of commands, I have a folder called commands that has different JavaScript files for different functionality, and you can see the first one is Alexa. And so if I look at the Alexa one, you can see in here that I have the answer intent, I have the goodbye intent, and I have the news intent. And each one of these are meant to be parallels to what's going on in the dev tip skill. We'll continue to add these as we grow, but these are the 3 that are working right now. And so you saw the goodbye one, I just used that a moment ago. But if I come over here and say, Alexa, what is the news? It should give me the latest news, which happens to be about Alexa Live. So if you want to find out more information about Alexa Live or what's going on, that's a way to do it. And I just noticed that I have some bad data in there. So let's fix that too. So we'll just jump into my Airtable and we'll look at my data. And we'll go to the answer table and we'll find Alexa Live and we'll see what the... Oh, it's not there. It's the news table. That was what I pulled from. And so you can see that right here I have this. This is a test headline. And then a link to jeffblankenburg.com. That's not super useful. So we'll get rid of this one because we don't really need it right now. That was just a test. But so now when you ask about the news, you'll be able to see that stuff right here. So I am working with my team. We're going to keep this table up to date on a regular basis. So if you ever want to know kind of the latest and greatest, what's going on, announcement kind of stuff related to Alexa development, you can do that here in the chat. And you can just say, Alexa, what's the news? And you'll be off and running. So that all works pretty cool, but what I'm excited to show you guys is some of the other stuff that I've added. So, excuse me. Okay. So some of the other stuff that has been added to this we'll just go one by one through these. You guys might want to give these a try. Is one called 8 Ball. So if you go into the chat and you type !8 ball, I'll let you give that a try yourself, just to give it a run to see what happens. But I'm guessing you could probably figure it out. So I'd love to see somebody give 8 Ball a try and see what you get. Maybe. Yeah. So the way 8 Ball is designed, and I wonder if I could do. I wonder if I could. I probably should have 8 Ball also. I don't remember how to do a multi-case state. Can I do like this? Case 8 Ball. I don't know if I can do that. I might be able to do just that. Let's see if that works. If I come over here to the chat now, and what I'm supposed to do is say, is it going to be a good day? Cannot predict now, right? The point is to ask the 8 Ball a question, much like you would do with a magic 8 Ball, and it replies to you with one of the 20 responses that are available inside a magic 8 Ball. So I basically built a simple magic 8 Ball skill. Haha, Kevin Evans, nice work. Signs point to yes. This one now feels more like I need to add your username to it so that it's clear. So let's go into that 8 Ball functionality. This is easy to do. I have context, so I just need to return like this, context.username space 8 Ball text. And then I need an @ right here. And now you can use, not only can you, I just fixed it for you, Gold Zulu. So now you can use the word 8 in the 8 Ball. And when you ask it a question, it will give you a response and have your name on it. Oh, I think. Actually, maybe not. I need a closing. There. There we go. Okay, so now if we come back to the chat, and I say, 8 Ball, will I have a good round of golf this afternoon? What did I do? Context. Oh, am I not passing in context? I might not be. 8 Ball message. No, I wasn't. Context. Let's do that again, because I'm really curious what the 8 Ball thinks of my golf. Oh, that's such good news. Okay, so you can see the 8 Ball is working. Oh, we will not be confined until the end of the year. Well, that's exciting. So we have this fun Magic 8 Ball. The way that is working is very, very simple. If you come into my speech data that I have for the DevTip skill, I added the 20 different responses that you would expect to get from a Magic 8 Ball. They're all just right here. So it's just randomly picking one like we do with everything else in this world. I am just picking one of those at random for you, and that's how it works out. It's much like shaking a Magic 8 Ball. You don't know what you're going to get, and that is how we do it. So that's where all that content is living. It's just part of the same table that we use all the time. Good morning, W. Giorgio. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're playing with the Magic 8 Ball that I built as part of our chatbot, and so you can come in and say, !8 Ball, is W. Giorgio going to continue watching this stream? Oh no, that's not good either. All right, so that is that is how the Magic 8 Ball works, and it's Mr. Smoofy. Good morning, good to see you as well. That is where the Magic 8 Ball works, but I have so much more functionality to reveal to you guys. I figured out that it was really easy to add a bunch of really cool functionality to this chatbot, and so this Amazon Alexa bot now can do a bunch of things that you may not have anticipated. So let's talk about those. 8 Ball is there. You can see age still works, so now we can ask about like how long someone's been on Twitch. There's now a commands command. And so if you say !commands, it'll give you a list of things to try. I brought the dice roller back, and so that works like we've always had it work before, where you can just say, come in, dice. I rolled a 7, according to so I have to take this out of the Jeff Blankenbot. I don't need the dice roller over there also. But you can see it says Jeff Blankenburg rolled a 4. Gold Zulu, I'm with you, man. I did my own personal investigation of Honeycode yesterday. If you guys didn't see, there was an announcement. If you go to honeycode.aws, this looks and seems a lot like Airtable. And I was really excited to think that this was going to be maybe an Amazon-based thing. So I came in, I started creating a few things, but I was not, I think I may have even created a table, yeah. But I don't think that I'm able to use this the way that I use Airtable. It seems like I can use this data within the apps that are in Honeycode, but I'm no Honeycode expert at all. I've only just started exploring it. Justin Jeffers, good morning, man. Good morning. It's nice and early for you, 7:15 in the morning, and you're on my stream. I don't know if that's good or bad. Justin, I was just sharing... and you saw a long email about this. I've been talking about this Alexa chatbot that I've been working on. And I'm walking people through some of the commands that are available inside this, like the magic 8-ball. So you can come in and you can say, !8-ball, and then ask it a question, and it'll give you one of the magic 8-ball responses. We also have age, which let's try Justin out. I don't know how long he's been on Twitch. If we do age, just Jeffress. He's been on Twitch for 2 years and 8 months, so that's super cool, and Alexa knows that. So that's built right into the chatbot. We have our commands thing we'll get to in a second. Then we had our dice roller. Then we have followers. Let's see what Justin's doing for followers here. Just Jeff. There you go. Kevin Evans, you got the air horn that time. 62 followers on Twitch. Gold Zulu has 50. Gold Zulu, your number keeps going up, man. I love it. That's excellent. So Justin has 62. I've given you a list of a few of the commands that are there. I'm also I should tweak that up too, the commands, because this one, age, could have a username, and followers could have a username. But I always make the parameters optional, so you can always just try the command. Mr. Smoofy has a very solid 0. How is that possible? I thought we fixed that. Didn't we fix that for you? Twitch.tv/mrsmoofy. Yeah, we're going to make that happen right now. Come in here. Give me your follow button. Boom. Let's take a good look at you, too. I haven't seen what you look like. There's Mr. Smoofy right there. I like the purple polo, man. Oh, Gold Zulu's getting into it deep. Justin found the pick a card command. That lets you draw a card out of a fresh deck. That's a beautiful photo, Mr. Smoofy. Thank you for being here. Okay, so yeah, you can see Justin found pick a card. You found that Gold Zulu found the RPS command. Now remember, this is the Amazon Alexa bot, and one of my plans with this is to have it run on all of our channels, including the Amazon Alexa channel. So, oh, Lord of Sound, thank you for joining us this morning. The plan with this bot is to have this run on all of our channels. So it can run on Justin Jeffress's channel. It could run on a number of our channels. And if some of you want that, it would be very, very easy for me to add it so that it runs on your channels as well as you're streaming, so that Alexa is kind of tagging along and playing along with your crowd too. So let's talk about some of the other stuff that is that's happening inside of this bot. I don't know if I have Joe's definition written yet. Lord of Sound, that should have worked though. Why didn't that work? Alexa, who... I'm going to leave the comma off and see if it's a comma issue. Who is Joe? M-U-O-I... Yeah. Oh, I think maybe that comma is an issue for me, Lord of Sound. No, the question mark shouldn't matter at all, but I think the comma might be getting me. Let's take a look at what's going on there. So if we come into Alexa, we go into our Alexa command, which is this thing. And the first thing that we do when we get in here is we take our command and we replace Alexa. So let's do one of these. We'll do it first. So we'll do a replace Alexa comma also, just so that I'm getting comma issues replaced as well. Now let's see if that works. Oh, I wonder if it's a bigger issue. I think it might be that you guys are capitalizing Alexa. I thought when I originally built this, I was taking it to all lowercase letters. And I'm not doing that anymore. So I think I still need to do that. To lowercase. Now, I think it's the capital letter that was the issue. Oh, you guys are rolling with the rock, paper, scissors. You want some real fun. I've hidden this command from you. I was trying to go slowly so you could only see them one at a time. There is RPSLS, too, if you guys want to give that a run. If you know what that is, RPSLS. There you go. Trill Surge, nice work. Got a lizard. Welcome to the show, by the way, Trill Surge. Good to see you. Well, keep trying. There's no stopping it. So, Lord of Sound, I don't understand your question. Rock, paper, scissors, Linux, change directory? Is that a Linux command that I'm not aware of? The S is not salamander. The rules command is going to be eventually it's going to be the rules for the channel. So if I show you guys my channel, let's go look at that real quick. If we go to my channel, I have rules on my channel. You guys are getting into all the good stuff. So down here on my channel, I have rules, right? Be awesome to one another. I don't tolerate any kind of isms. Just be cool and save your bad behavior for somewhere else. It's not hard to be nice, so be nice. So my thought is trying to build rules for each of our channels that are kind of like, come on guys, be nice. And so those will be the rules for the specific channel that you're on. So because this Alexa channel will run on a number of channels, this Alexa chatbot will run on a number of channels, I want it to be able to still know when you're talking to my channel, for example, that it knows what the rules are for my channel. It knows what's going on. BeginBot is letting users try and steal his currency from each other. That's pretty funny. Sometimes you get caught, sometimes not. I wonder what happens if you get caught. Do you go to jail? Man, he's so like he's on such another level than me. That's it's so cool, the stuff he's building. I can only hope to invent some of my own things. And so one of those things that you may see, some of you have tried it, is seeing how many Alexa coins you have. Each of you have a different number of Alexa coins depending on your participation here. and you earn them for participating, basically. And so my hope is that you'll discover that these, that all of these coins, the cool thing is you earn them across all of our channels. So you'll earn them if you chat on the Amazon Alexa channel. You'll earn them if you participate here or on Justin's channel or anybody else's that's part of this Alexa crew. And then some of the other things that I want to do, and we'll have to figure out exactly how that's going to work, is we're going to allow you to do a bunch of stuff with those coins. So this becomes kind of a universal currency outside of like channel points or some of that other stuff. This is something that you can accumulate by participating in these channels, having conversations, all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to figure out ways for you to use them. So a couple of things that I still haven't shown you are that there's also a leaderboard. So you might want to take a look at that. I don't think I don't think I have that working yet. I think I stubbed it out. Yeah, this will tell you what position you are currently in the standings, but I haven't actually done it yet. So we could start there if you guys want to start with the standings. My thought was that I would tell you what position you're in and then show you like the top 5 or something like that. Top 10 maybe. But that's kind of my thought for the leaderboard. I could also build a web page, I guess, that consumes this same data. Look at Gold Zulu racking up the points. So this is the stuff that we're doing now. We have an economy, kind of, where people are able to earn these. Can we convert them to Alexa or Amazon gift cards? Not yet. Maybe we'll find a way to do that at some point in the future, but it's not today. So that's kind of the stuff that I've built. So I have a Magic 8 Ball. I have the ability to pick a card. I don't even know how I'm going to use that yet, but I thought it was kind of neat to be able to draw a card out of a deck. Maybe you could play War that way or something. I don't know. But at least I have that function there. But I do have a couple of other things that I'd really like to be able to do. And a few of those things revolve around gambling your coins. So that you could potentially turn them into more faster, right? So yes, Trill Surge, there will be a slot machine. There will be a blackjack table, I think, maybe. But at least, like, the things that I thought I could do pretty easily are a roulette wheel, and I could also do a slot machine, because both of those are one-touch interactions. Like blackjack, you want to hit or pass or stay, right? Those are all things that you might want to do at a blackjack table. That requires like back and forth conversational kind of stuff. There could certainly be craps, Justin, but then I have to build a bunch of logic, right? Because I have to, like with roulette, I'm going to let you put 13 VJ Kumar. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the show. We're talking all about this chatbot and some of the things you can do. 13 VJ Kumar. I would love for you to try some of these commands. You can see I have dice and pick a card and rock, paper, scissors and rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. You can do those just by typing the commands into the chat, and you might earn some Alexa coins for doing it. So that's the stuff that's going on. The craps game I think would be harder because there's modes to the game, and then I have to keep track of a bunch of why didn't you get a response there, VJ? Let's take a look at why that is. Could not read properly. Try that again, 13 VJ Kumar. Give it another exclamation point me, and let's see what we get. But craps is just more complicated. I don't think it's out of the question. It just requires me to manage a bunch of state for chat, and that's stuff that I haven't done yet. I wonder why that broke for you. I want to go look at the database table and see what I've got for you, VJ. So if we go to I have a entire other table now called Twitch. Oh, it just won't let you do it. So you just have to wait 30 seconds. So if I look at my user table, did I get you, VJ? Yeah, I got you. So try that me again after 30 seconds have passed, and let's see if you can get it. But you can. This is kind of the leaderboard right now. If I sort this, I can let you guys see what that looks like. 9 to 1. So I have the most, but Gold Zulu's in a close second. But that's where we're at. And so you guys are earning points. Every time you post a message, you should see more coins show up. And we'll continue to play with these and figure out how to work this. I think that there also needs to be... I should probably have like a... Look at W. Giorgio just trying to kill it. Lifetime earnings. We'll do something like that. I'll probably have to have another column that is like updated in synchrony with the currency, but you're going to be able to spend currency at some point, either in the casino or other things like that. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. So anyway, this is the currency column. This is the number of Alexa coins you currently have, and lifetime earnings is something that I will have to figure out how to update reasonably, so that we're making sure that you have the right number of points, the right number of coins. Okay. So for now, let's talk about writing some code. I think I want to do the roulette wheel first. 13 VJ. Yes, Airtable is the back end for everything that I'm doing. All of this chatbot stuff, a lot of it can happen locally without having to call a database, but all of my data storage persistence is all done in Airtable, yeah. And what's nice about it is that a lot of the data is shared between this chatbot, this Amazon Alexa chatbot, and Kevin Evans. This is what you get today. Taste of the good stuff. That's all gone, and I didn't bring any water in today. But a lot of the data, VJ, is also shared by an Alexa skill that I've built called Dev Tips, which should be pushed through the store and available to the public, hopefully in a day or two. We've put a lot of work into it, and it does a lot of cool things, but it's just not, it hasn't passed certification yet. I had a couple of issues earlier this week that I needed to take care of, and we have since done that, so we're good. So anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. So I thought maybe we could start with roulette. And so let's... Yeah, we do need more actions. I'm going to have to come up with some more things that you guys can have me do. Like, I know BeginBot solves Rubik's Cubes, but I just can't... I'm not good at that. I've never really tried to be good at it, but I don't think that that's something I would be very good at. Okay, so I have a new command I'm creating called roulette, and we're going to take, like, the rock, paper, scissors logic, and we'll save as... Oh, I don't think anyone wants to see me dance. Okay. I have a roulette.js, and then I'm going to need it to update my index with this. Maybe, if I could type properly. Goodness. Okay. Roulette. Too many T's. And this goes here, and this goes here. Nope. I'm just all over the place with my keyboard today. I'm overthinking it. It's Friday, so the lovely gentlemen that come and mow my lawn are right outside my window. So I don't know how loud that is on your end, but it's plenty loud on mine. But I'm so thankful that they take care of that for me, because then I can be here doing stuff like this. Okay, so we need to establish some rules about the outcomes of roulette, and let's think about the bets that we can make. I think that at least initially, we should probably focus on only being able to bet on one space. I know in roulette you can bet across lines, and like make a bet that covers 4 numbers, things like that. I think for now we'll pass on those things and we'll just focus on being able to bet your currency on the outcome of a roulette wheel. And part of me feels like this is an individual experience. Like you could just say roulette, and how do I want to do this? This could get really interesting. There's one philosophy, the easy way. Maybe I'll just start with the easy way philosophy, and then we can convert it. But the easy way philosophy is that a roulette wheel spin happens for you and only you. So if you say roulette and then you type in a number, let's say 12, you're betting 12 of your Alexa coins. But then I'd also have to have a second parameter, which is what number you want to bet on. And for that number to be bet on, so I'm taking 2 parameters from you, which is fine. We can do that. But I would need, I don't know what the right order is. We'll figure that out. But it just happens for you, and then it spins the wheel, and it figures out what the actual roll was, and then it either awards or removes coins from you. The other way to do this is for, you guys were talking about an activity. We can have an activity that is like me hydrating. We could have another one that is a roulette spin. And in that case, I open up betting for an amount of time, and everybody logs their bets. And then we do 1 roulette spin. And when that roulette spin hits, then it awards people their winnings based on that roulette spin. But everybody's then participating together on that specific outcome. I think that's a cooler, like, community fun way to do this. But I have to think hard about how that would actually work. Let's think. How would we do that? I think we could do it. I think let's build the roulette functionality first, the roulette wheel spin, and then we can worry about how we create basically an interactive game. So I'm going to go to roulette just to make sure I have the rules proper. So if we look at a roulette wheel, can't you just give me like a picture? Oh, there's so many things. Let's go look at like I just want to see. Yeah, Mr. Smoothie, I think there's a lot for me to figure out about all that, but I'm with you. I think that would be pretty cool to be able to do. So this looks like a roulette table. Let's see if this looks like one I would be familiar with. So yeah, 1 to 36. And then we have just the 0. There, I know there are some that have the double 0, like this. Is that how we want to do this? Because I also want people to be able to bet on things like red and black. I think we'll just do the single 0 rather than the double 0. So we have 0 through 36. So the potential outcomes are 0 through 36. But we also then need to know what numbers are red, what numbers are black. So let's build out those arrays for ourselves first, because we're going to need that information. So let's come in here. This is our new roulette function. And we don't really need, well, we'll leave that because it'll make it easy to copy and modify roulette. God, you know what? I went to the doctor this morning too. Like, I've been having some issues with my back, mostly because I'm old. But so my back's been a little tight lately, and it really hurts like down low. I think it's like a herniated disc or something awesome. But I went to the doctor this morning, and it was part of like my annual physical, right? And so I got, they took some blood out of my arm, and so I still have like the compression band on my arm or whatever. But man, I hate giving blood. I don't know how you guys feel about giving blood. It's not that I hate it. I love the purpose. I love the feeling of knowing that I could give blood to others to help them. But the feeling of giving blood, my body does not like that at all, whatsoever. Okay, so we're going to do red. And we'll have to figure out what those numbers are. And then we'll need another one that is black so that I know what those numbers are. And then green is just the 0. I think we can just infer that. That's kind of built into the rules. And then I will need another one. Well, I know it's 0 to 36, so I don't really need to do like an array of those numbers. But we need to figure out what the numbers are that are red and black. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Is there a pattern to it that I've never seen before? I don't think I ever realized that there was a pattern to the numbers on a roulette wheel, and there totally are. For the first 10, it's odds. For the second 10, it's evens, but not 10 for some reason. For the third set of 10s, it's odds again, but not 29. So it's kind of a pattern. Interesting. I've stood around so many roulette tables and I've never noticed that there is kind of a pattern, so that makes it a little easier for me to get through. So the red ones are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then 12, 14, 16, 18, 12, 14, 16, 18, and then, see, 18 and 19. So 19, 21, 23, okay. 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, and then 30, 32, 34, 36. 30, 32, 34, 36. Nope, those are 2s, Jeff. 34, 36. Okay. So then this is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13, 15, 17, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 31, 30, 33, 35. Okay. Oh my goodness, Ryan Loudermilk. Did we need Rebecca Black this morning? Is that something we needed? I don't think we did. But you brought it to us. You gave it to us, and for that, I appreciate your gift. You're kind to offer that awful song to us this morning on a Friday. All right, so we're building... Ryan, this is a nice time for you to join, actually. We are in the process of building a bunch of cool stuff. I'm reworking the Amazon Alexa chatbot. We have all of these interesting commands, like Magic 8 Ball, so you can ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. It'll give you a response. You can roll dice. You can pick a card, so it'll just randomly pick a card out of a deck of cards. You can play rock, paper, scissors with someone, or rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock if you're really feeling it. And the thing that I'm working on right now is a roulette wheel. And the reason that I'm building a roulette wheel is because everybody, just by participating in the channel, everybody, including Utah Gimme 2, is earning what we call Alexa coins. And these coins are earned by participating in the chat. And they give you, so you have coins, right? So if you're going to have coins, you got to be able to gamble them. That's bad news for you, Kevin Evans. Sorry to hear it, man. Okay, so that is that's where we're at with the currency stuff. So now we're getting back to building this roulette wheel. So ultimately, all we really need for a roulette wheel is to pick a random score. We're gonna need your message too. So we're gonna have some conditional stuff in here because you need to provide me with not only your bet but also your number, and then I'm gonna need to check a bunch of conditions before I get to the working on this. I need to think in pseudocode here. So if the user provided both a bet and a number, bet and a position, we'll call it a position. Else, make them correct their command. Then inside here, if they got those right, if they have a bet and a position, then what we want to do is does the user have enough coins to make this wager? If yes, spin the wheel. If no, tell them they need more coins to make that wager. Give them their total. But and we should also check and see, did the user provide a valid position? If yes, and that's where this stuff will come in. If no, make them correct their position. Okay, so I think that's the logic that we're going to use for this chatbot, is we're going to say if the user provided both a bet and a position, then did they provide a valid position? I also need to figure out how, that's Kevin, what you just did there is another thing that I've really been thinking about, is how do I give you the ability to give coins to other people? And should they be the same currency? I know some of the cool stuff that BeginBot does is when you give coins to someone else, they become a different kind of currency. And you can't give those away. So I need to figure out how to make a lot of that stuff work. We're in the early days of making this stuff happen. But man, I will tell you the outcome I was hoping for, which is that there would be a ton of chat participation, has not failed. You guys are doing a fantastic job of playing around with the bot and seeing what you can do and how it works and whatever. This is super cool. So, okay, so if the user provided both a bet and a position, so let's think about what that really means. The first thing I need to check is make sure that in roulette I'm passing both the message and the context in. So if we look at my roulette call, I need to pass in the message. And then in roulette, we can save this. I don't know why that's been edited. Okay. So in here, if we say for roulette, if the user provided both a bet and a position. So the first thing that I want to do is remove. So we're going to say const, let's call this command equals message dot replace. And the first thing we want to remove is the roulette command. We don't want that. And there will have been a space, so I'm going to include the space in the elimination. And then after that, this is going to equal message.split on spaces. So what this should mean is that the first value, and we'll have to include this in our response to our user. So we can do this in the help. In here we could say roulette bet position So I think that's how I'm going to do it, is I'll want you to give me a bet and a position that you want, and we'll be able to figure out a couple of things that aren't just numbers too. I think we can do that. So if the user provided both a bet and a position, well, this doesn't really go here. First thing we need to do is get these values. And so then I've split this into an array that is, the first value should be your bet, the second one should be your position. So if actually, let's do it this way. Is that going to work? No, it might not work. Command array 0. And command array 1. Then we're going to do a thing. W. Georgia, what's your idea, man? I'd love to hear it. So if those things exist, a TCG, is that like well, I don't know what the T stands for. Is that like a card game? Trading card game? Is that what you mean? Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Okay, so if those things exist, and we're going to have to be more deliberate about that, but that's a good start. Will I be speaking at the Alexa 2020 event? There is a, I think you're talking about Alexa Live, right? Utah, give me two. Is that what you're referring to, Alexa Live? Alexa, what is Alexa Live? Why doesn't that work? Alexa, tell me about Alexa Live. No idea why those aren't working. My guess is that the data is broken, but I thought that worked. Well, the short answer to your question, Utah, is that yes, I will be speaking there. I have a pretty cool session on things I can't talk about yet, but I'm excited to be a part of it. Yeah, I will definitely be a part of Alexa Live. Okay, so did the user provide a valid position? So what we need to do now is figure out what a valid position looks like, because I not only have the values 0 to 36, which I need to make sure 0 is included in here as well. Mr. Smoothie, news doesn't work that way. That's specifically an Alexa function. So there is news. You just say, Alexa, what is the news? And you can register right there. Yeah, that's another confusing thing that I've got, is I've got like these things where you can specifically ask Alexa questions, and then things that are like direct commands. I kind of feel like maybe I convert all of these so that they're all Alexa commands. So you say like Alexa Roulette or Alexa RPS or whatever. What do you guys think about that? Do you like the exclamation point commands, or do you think I should tag them all with Alexa to make them a little more on theme, on brand? Would love your opinion on that. Okay, so I need the other outcomes. Const positions, and we'll do like red. I don't know how I'm gonna quantify this though. Like I guess I'll have to red, black. What are my other values that I could potentially pull out of this? I agree, Justin. The exclamation point is shorter. Enjoy the weekend too, Ryan. I'm going out and playing a little golf today, just to tweak up the game a little. So I'll see you around. So we have red and black. We need even and odd. Okay, we can do that. Even. Why don't you like that? Oh, because I forgot a quotation mark here. Even, odd, yeah, Mr. Smoothie, this is something that I'm struggling with, because I want there to be a consistent experience across all of our channels. And so as much as I can load into the Alexa bot, I want to do that, because then you'll be able to use these on my channel and Justin's channel and Jeff Nunn's channel and obviously the actual Alexa channel. But if I move them into my own bot, then you would only get them when I'm on, or when you're on my channel. And so the more interactivity, the more you can play and have fun, I think the better. Okay, so I have even odd. We were getting through this table. We have first 12, second 12, third 12. I feel like I could do that with 112, 212, 312. And I'm going to have to build basically like a switch statement to handle the logic for these. And then one through 18 and 19 through 36 could be called high and low. Okay. So let's add those here. High, low. I don't think so. Well, maybe we could try that. Let me actually try that. So if I come in here and I say, let's get one of my things, right? One of the emotes like this one, Jeff Beal Viking. I don't know if that'll work or not, but we'll try it. So I'll put that in the in this bot that is the rules, because I don't have anything else in there. We'll just take this. So try sending a rules command, Mr. Smoofy, or who asked that question? W. Giorgio. Just try typing !rules and see if that gives you the picture of me as a Viking, as an emote. I don't know if that'll work or not. Yeah. I wonder if there's like some syntax I need to put on top of it. What about like colons, maybe? That didn't work either. So I don't know. It feels like they're wrapping it in something or doing some detection, but it's possible that just the chatbots can't do it. So if I say rules, yeah, no, it doesn't seem to like that. I don't. There might be a way, but I just don't know how to do that. So let's just change this back to the heart for now. Okay, so we're back on roulette. We have high-low. I'm trying to get rid of these 112, 212, 312 because this is really, you're not going to know that that's the code for it. What if we do bottom and top? And then we could do high, middle, low. Does that seem fair for a roulette table? I have these first 12, second 12, third 12. I could do low, middle, high. Low, no, not medium. Middle. Low numbers, middle numbers, high numbers. That could work. And then we'll have to apply odds to all these things. This is getting more complicated by the moment, but I think this will be pretty fun. I think we could probably get this thing built and working before, at least for an individual, we could probably get this built and working before I'm done today. I'm very excited. Like, the moment I get out of here, I'm going to go up, throw on a polo shirt and some golf shorts, get my bag out. This is the first time I'm going out this year, and I do love golfing, but with COVID and everything else, just haven't been willing to do it. But we're going to walk so we can keep our distance from each other and not like packed in a cart with somebody else. I think it'll be a good time. So I think I have all of my cases covered. The only thing I haven't covered right now is this. And I don't know how I'm going to cover that. I don't know what I would call that. I need you guys to have a name for these things. And it can't be top, middle, bottom because I've already used those words. It could be row 1, row 2, row 3, but which one is 1 and which one's 3? I guess row 1 would be the one with the 1 in it, row 2 could be the one with the 2 in it, and row 3 could be the one with the 3 in it. Let's think. I think I'm just gonna I'm not gonna worry about those yet, but I'll leave myself a to-do for working on that. So let's get rid of that, and then we'll say to-do. We need to think about the 3 horizontal rows not currently included. Okay. We also need to think about to do, is there a way to handle betting on intersections? Okay. So now let's focus on position. So if the command array 0 and 1 exists, the first thing we're going to do is check and see if your position is valid. If we'll probably need to build a helper function for ourselves for this. If is valid position command array 1. And we'll have to come down here and build another function. Nothing we export, it's only something we use here. Function is valid position value. Now we'll just call it position. And right now we're just going to return true. But we're going to have a bunch of logic to put in there. If is invalid position, if is valid position. That's great. So we'll check our condition for is it a valid position. Then we'll say if can user afford Boy, it'd be great if I could have session variables. Volley 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all I've got. It's empty, but I'm going to pretend to drink just because you tried to hydrate me twice. So we got like one little drop out of there. That was pretty good. I don't have a bottle of water in here with me today. I'm very disappointed. I'm usually good about it, but I literally got back from the doctor minutes before I had to go on stream, so I didn't have my normal setup time of making sure I had everything in place. And which game is these? I am building a roulette wheel from chat. So Volley 1, 2, 3, 4, the thing that I have done is where you're chatting, where you just asked that question, there are a bunch of commands that you can use. There are things like age, that'll tell you how long the Alexa channel's been on, but you could also pass in a value like, well, let's just demonstrate this. This is always fun for people to see if they haven't seen it before. You could say age Volley 1, 2, 3, 4. And it says you've been on Twitch for 2 months and 2 weeks, so that's awesome. These are the kinds of commands that we can use. You can also do this for followers, right? So we can say followers, and it'll tell me that the Amazon Alexa channel has 7,316 followers. I can say followers, Jeff Blankenburg, and I have 409. So if you guys aren't following me, if people are watching and you're not following right now, drop that follow. We're trying to get to 500. I promised I would do an entire episode dressed as an X-Wing pilot. LOL Sloths, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. And hopefully we'll see you in the chat and you can play along with some of these commands and games. So those are a few of them. You can type commands to see a whole list. But you can roll some dice. You can play rock, paper, scissors against people. That's what RPS and RPS LS. I'll let you figure out what that is. You could draw a card from a deck if that becomes important at some point. We could also find out where to subscribe to this channel, what the rules are, what the schedule is. I'm still working on those. Those aren't done yet. But right now I'm working on a roulette command where basically you can make a wager against a roulette wheel and then see if you win or not. So that's kind of where we're at. Now the roulette wheel winning opportunities are pretty low, but if you do red or black or something like that, the odds are pretty good on that. So can user afford, and I need to pass in context.username and wager, and your wager is, I guess first I should have if is valid wager. Oh, it's going to happen. We're at 410 now, Justin, and I promised it at 500, so it's going to happen. I already have all of the necessary accoutrements that I need to make that happen, but we just need to get to 500, and then I'll do it. Spend a whole 2 hours dressed as an X-Wing pilot. We'll still write code. We'll still have fun, but yeah, we're gonna do it as an X-Wing pilot. So is it a valid wager? That's a good thing to check. And then can the user afford it? And for that, I need context.username and command array. I hate calling them command array. Let's do this. I'm going to say the first one should be wager position. We're just going to do it like that. I think that's valid. And then I can say if wager and position both exist. And then I can say is valid position instead of these array spot. I hate doing this because like the indexes don't give me any indication. Position. And this becomes wager. And then for this, it's going to be context.username and wager. So this is where I'm going to have to actually go look at the database. I appreciate it, Mr. Smoofy. I'm glad that you enjoy being here, and I wish that you could follow 100 more times. I have to. Well, I don't even want to show the helmet because it's so awesome. But I don't have the blast shield like you're thinking of Luke when he first gets on the Millennium Falcon. It's not a blinder, but there is a blast shield that's kind of mounted up higher. It looks so good. Okay, so is valid position. Then we need an is valid wager. So we'll create one of these. Obviously, we'll have to add some functionality to these to actually check the values. But for now, we'll just say is valid wager is also true. Then can user afford? And this is username wager. Return true. Okay, so we have trues coming back for all of those. That's great. So if the user can afford it, then we're going to spin the wheel. So this is where we're going to do most of our logic. And this is where we need to actually spin. So we need to say const spin result equals, I also need to change this. This can't be position. Okay. So const spin result is going to equal spin. So we'll need a function for spinning. And our spin, this should be pretty simple actually. We're just going to do where did I do this for rock, paper, scissors? No, I don't. Pick a card. I think I have a built-out list for all of these. I just want to get random. I thought I had built this already. Maybe I hadn't. Dice? Yeah. Let's take that. Okay, so if we come back to roulette, I have not spent thousands of dollars, Mr. Smoofy, but I did get something pretty cool. So it's part of the Black series. I guess I can. Do I want to? I don't really want to show it yet. Let's see. If we do X-Wing, Po. This guy, look at that. It's got sound effects. It's pretty sweet. I kind of want this one too, though. This is the Luke Skywalker one, but this is the one that I got. But yeah, that's where we're going. I'm not going to show you the actual helmet, how big it is, how long it looks, but it's awesome. Okay, back to some code. We have our spin result, and we wanted to get a number between 0 and 36. I have in my helper function, I think I have like a get random with min max. That's really what I want. This is going to be 36. This is going to be 0. Where'd you see a Destiny Spark? How's the fit on this helmet? It's fantastic. I'm very happy with how it fits and looks. It's snug, but I also have a gigantic head, so that's something. Okay, so I have spin result equals spin, and I didn't need to pass anything into that, right? I'm just... Biker Scout Trooper would be cool, Justin. I think you should still do that. So that's my spin result. Now we have all these cases. You can only make one bet the way this is setting up right now. That may change depending on how we do this, but that'll change the architecture a lot, because we'll have to have a database and stuff like that to log bets. But we're going to do a switch on position. But I guess the first thing, well, because I don't know if you've won. So we're going to have to, how do I do that? Does this have to be a big if statement? Yeah, the Destiny Spark was something that I was looking at yesterday. I was looking for cool examples of ways Alexa was embedded in video games, and I forgot that that thing existed. Okay. Do I have Lodash on this page already? I don't. Let's bring that in. And then I think the first thing we can do here is say if Lodash dot is not a number, position. Then, so if it's not a number, then we're going to switch. No, I still can't do it, but I can say if it's not a number, otherwise, if spin result equals position, then we need to give user coins equal to wager times. Now we got to look at odds. Now we got to look at what the odds are for these things. Roulette odds. So, I don't want betting systems. I just want to know what the actual odds are. $35 to 1. I don't know what this table is. I don't like that. I wish there was like a... Gonna get on a soapbox here for a minute. If you guys aren't supporting Wikipedia, even if it's like $1 a month, you should do it. We're all using it. We're all bet odds table. Let's see. Payout 35. Okay, so any single number 35 to 1 times 35. So if you hit the number, you get times 35 your wager. That's if you hit a solid number. And if you bet a number, then you're going to win those odds. So that works. If it's not a number, though, then we've got to do a bunch of conditional stuff to say... well, no, I guess I can do a condition on the bet you made and then determine whether or not you hit it. That seems better. I don't want to have to jump through a giant if statement. Switch position. This is the position the user has indicated. And then in here I can say case red. I don't even know that I need that position array anymore. All right, W. Giorgio, thanks for sticking around, man. Sorry that the 8-ball told you have to go. Case red. In the case of red, I want to see if what is there's a syntax for this that I can never remember. How do I check if a value is in a JavaScript array? It's like in or includes. So I can say array.includes and then my value. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. If red.includes oh man, W. Giorgio just got busted. You guys see this right here? He went to Jeff Nunn's channel, where I also have the bot running, and he just wrote, I left Blankenburg stream to come here. Oh man, we're going to have to talk, W. Giorgio. He doesn't know that I'm snooping on those other channels. That's super funny and awesome. I don't take it personally at all, but I think it's funny that message just popped up here. He doesn't know that I know that. All right, so if red includes... No, how am I doing it? Yeah, spin result. Spin result. That is really funny. If red includes spin result, then they win. And this is where we need to... I guess we could just create let's create another function that takes the function payout. Payout? Payout win. Payout. And this is going to be... amount. Why is function payout all grayed out like that? Oh, because I'm not using it yet. Okay. So if red includes spin result, and we can do this for this thing too. So payout. Yeah, I didn't realize Jeff Nunn was on at the same time. I thought he came on at noon. It's good that he's on early. I think it's awesome. More time on the chat is better. So the payout here is going to be wager times 35. Okay, so that part is built. If red included it, what are the odds? It's got to be 2 to 1, I would guess, the odds for that. 2 to 1 for a color. Color. Red, black. 1 to 1. So it's basically, I'm going to give you your money back. No. Let's think. Because I'm not actually withdrawing your money. We should probably talk about that. Payout, withdraw. I should have a withdraw. We should have a withdraw function. Withdraw amount. I don't know if I'll actually use that unless you lose. I feel like I'll just call that if you lose, rather than withdrawing it and then having to pay you back later. It's better to just do it like my losing case would be, so if else, let's do this. Else if spin result position, this could go away. And then we'll do one more case that this is else. This is my losing case. Lose. Okay. So if they're red, if it includes the spin result, then what I want to do is pay out wager. And I'm just giving you well, yes, you get $10 in that you got your $5 back, but I have to think about the math on this because I haven't actually taken your money out, so I wouldn't want to give you back the thing you won. JV Nunn, that's pretty funny, man. I find that incredibly humorous. So I just want to pay out the amount you bet. But this means here that I actually want to give you 34, right? Because I haven't withdrawn your money. So I don't want to give you back the extra money. I want to give you back 34 times your money, and I just won't withdraw any money from you. Right? I think that's fair. That's reasonable. So that's if spin result position. This is if you actually hit the number. I should leave myself a comment about that, though, so that I don't forget why I did that. It doesn't look like a typo. This is 34, not 35, because we don't actually take their bet at the beginning. Okay. So, case red. If red includes spin result, payout wager, now we got to do black. For black, same idea, but this time it's going to be black includes spin result. And that one also pays out the same odds. I will also have to have a default here, because if you bet a position, then this will be withdraw wager. That's where, like, if you got into this case, right, because I have, did you bet a position that includes letters? If you did, great, we're in this case. If you bet a position that has numbers, oh, you know what, the way I'm doing this? If it's a number, otherwise it's words. That's not ideal. I guess in this case, if spin result matches your number, I'm assuming it's a number if it's not these words. Here, you know what'll be really fun? This is a fun thing I can do. Because we're logging all of this stuff, check this out. Come in here. We're going to filter down our channel. Add filter. Where channel contains Amazon Alexa. And then we can see, oh, maybe it's JB Nunn. Is it on Jeff's channel? This is funny. Okay. So JB Nunn is live. I've been watching Jeff stream too. Hi Jeff, this will be fun. I left Blankenburg's stream to come here. His Magic 8 Ball said I wasn't going to stay the whole time. They were right. Jeff saw that you're in here. It was really cool. Talk to him. Haha, frustration free. That's awesome. So I can even filter these down and be able to see like the conversations that are happening in each chat room. All right, that was just a fun little venture out. Okay, so we need to look at our other cases. The next one is even. So even. And this is going to be some fun math. I think we can just do spin result. Spin result mod. What is the JavaScript mod command? There we go. It's a percentage. Okay. So if spin result divided by 2, mod 2 basically equals 0. So I'm saying, is there a remainder? Now here's something I need to check on the odds. Is 0 considered? It's not. So I can't include 0 in that bet. Oh, W. Giorgio, don't. I don't take it personally at all. If you would like to hang out at Jeff Dunn's channel, that's totally fine. You're not hurting my feelings. He's doing some awesome stuff too. And I just want you to make sure you're checking out some cool stuff. So the evens and the odds are easy, but I need to make sure that it's not including 0. So if spin result doesn't equal 0 and spin result mod 2 is equal to 0, then we're going to pay out, and again, it's just going to be the wager that you made. This, for odd, this is a spin result. I don't need any of that because it can't equal 0. Justin's in both. You guys are the best. So supportive. So this will equal 1. Then we have our odd case. Next one is bottom. So this is going to be a little more manual. Case bottom. And for these, the bottom, I hit bottom and top. So this is going to be the bottom. So I'm going to say if spin result. Is there a JavaScript command for like less than and greater than at the same time? Is there a JavaScript command for greater than and less than at the same time? I think that there is a way to do this. I just never remember. Yeah, we got to get you some. We got to get you, Justin. Get you on the wall. Declaring present. No, I don't want that. For loop. I thought that there was a way to do this. Literals. I should really read through this. There's probably some really good stuff in here that I'm skipping over. Alright, fine. No. Object key. No. I can do it the long way. I was just hoping maybe there was an easy one. Okay. So this will be if spin result is great, and we should look at what those bets are. Make sure we have top half. 1 to 18 they call it, and it's 1 to 18. So that 0 really is not included in a lot of these bets. If it is greater than 1 and spin result is less than or equal to 18, payout. I don't need this default case. We're just going to take this. I think I'm going to need to return that too. Like, how do I want to do this? because I'm going to need like a return statement here. If I do these return statements, then I can return from that the speech that I want to provide. Return. This will be return. So then after my switch statement, I can say, if we ever get here, withdraw, and this will be a return also. Okay, I think we're okay. We may need to tweak this up a little bit more. This can be a return, withdraw. Okay. So let's continue thinking about bottom and top. So we have bottom, we have top. Top is going to be greater than or equal to 19. And less than or equal to 36. Okay. That logic seems pretty good. And then the last one was high, middle, and low. And this is just the same, but with a third condition. So high. What was the high? 25 to 36. So this just becomes greater than or equal to 25, less than or equal to 26. Middle. And this becomes 13 to 24. So greater than or equal to 13. Whoa. And less than or equal to 24. And this becomes low. Spin result is greater. Oh man, I would have totally screwed that up. Greater than or equal to 1. And this should be 12. And this should have some @ symbols. Okay. So again, the thing that we're doing here is saying if they hit one of these cases, right? If they said red, and red includes the spin result, then they win. And in this case, if they said middle, and the spin result was between 13 and 24, then they win. This is working out okay. Let's add some semicolons just for fun. I think that was it for my conditions, right? I don't know that I really need that position array, but we'll leave it there for now. So now we need to do some things with the functions that are down here, withdraw and payout and all that. So my first question is, do I have... I don't have access to that information, so I feel like context.username, we should probably do something with that. Let's say const username equals context.username. Just so we have that in one place and a little shorter. Username, wager. I think all of these are going to need username wager. Because I need to tell it who to pay. I know who to take money from. And we need to tweak some odds. I've totally screwed up thinking about the odds. So even and odd, those were just wager. But bottom, what does bottom get? For the top and bottom, that was the... These get 1-to-1 as well. That makes sense. Okay. But then the first dozen, those all get 2-to-1. So you're going to get 2 times your money back. So this you would get 1 time your money back. So you get just the amount. So this should still be 35 then. Yeah. Okay. I'm just not thinking this stuff through clearly. This becomes wager times 2. Times 2. And I think we've got most of this done. So we have a bunch of basic wagers: red, black, even, odd, bottom, top. Those are all different different half and half bets. And then we have high, middle, and low. Otherwise, you bet a specific number. And eventually we'll figure out how to do... Let's think about that for a second, just as a to-do. I'm not going to do it now, but... I feel like I already wrote that down, didn't I? Betting on intersections. I'll just take this and put it in the right place. And I have the wrong thing here. Okay, and then this can go away. Mr. Smoofy, are you not aware of the Hall of Fame? If you go to the channel, which looks like this, there is a Wall of Fame right here, and you can click on this icon, this image, or click to see a larger version. But what it does is it... what? Apparently we have some issues with S3 security. I played with some things the other day, so I may have broken this and didn't realize it. So we'll fix it, and then I can show what we're talking about. So if I go to jeffblankenburg.twitch, maybe, .twitch, and I choose funkowall.png, actions, make public, that should fix that issue. So now if we open this thing, what? Why? Does it still exist? Oh, because I have a bad URL to it? Maybe that's why. Wonder how long that's been broken. That was never going to work. I don't know why I thought that would work. Submit. Turn the panels back on. Click on the Wall of Fame. There we go. So it was there. I just had screwed it up. So this is a picture. Yeah, if you clicked on the link, I had the right link there, but not on the header image. So Mr. Smoofy, this is the Wall of Fame. And you can see that it's a bigger picture of the wall behind me. This is not the whole collection. You can see that way, like, I don't know how to point to it, but way up in the top left corner of that picture, you can see that there's a Chewbacca and a couple of other characters. I think that's Darth Vader with his helmet off. You can see just that corner. But this collection runs all the way up here and all the way on that other wall. But I took this picture, and then you can see that we've been adding people to it. So we have Gold Zulu right here. You get your face on there. You get your name on one. You can see that Jeff Nunn is right here. Trade Last, Urban Blaster, Kevin Evans, Startup, who we haven't seen in a little bit, but he's usually around. W. Giorgio and P. Karthik. So you have to cash in, and I can show you how to do this. You have to cash in 4,000 points to get on this wall. So if you go to the chat and you come down here, that's not a good example. Come down here to the chat. You can see that we have these options right here. These are things that you can use your channel points for. And the very last one is add your happy little image to our wall. So when you do this, don't do it right now unless you have the 4,000 points. All you need to do is send a message. It doesn't matter what it is, but ideally what I need from you is a public URL that gives me access to a image of you. I can cut you out, so don't worry about photoshopping, and I can do all that. And then I also need to know from that photo which character you want your face to be on. So when you get to 4,000 points, which I would imagine you're probably pretty close to, you've been here a while, you'll be able to do that, and then we'll put your photo up on the thing. But sometimes it just takes a little while to find a photo that you want to use or to decide which character you want to be on. But any character that's available on this Funko wall picture, you can put your head on. Like He-Man is still available if you're looking for that. But yeah, you can pick any character that you want on here, and we will put your face on it. And then it lives there here on our Twitch channel, so anybody can come by and see this picture and be like, oh man, Mr. Smoofy's on there. I didn't realize that. That's cool. So that's the whole point of the wall. Anyway, that's that should answer your question about the wall. Okay, so we have all of this stuff. Do I have a thing where I have is valid wager and is valid position? So let's start with those. So we don't want to actually return true. Yeah, just come up with a good image and a character that you want to be. There's no rush, but we need to do it while I'm on stream, because that's the only way I think you can cash those points in, or at least the only way that I'll see it. And I don't want to miss it, and I don't want to waste your 4,000 points. Okay, so the first thing we want to do for position is if lodash dot is NaN position. If it's not a number, and yeah, I do need that array. Position dot includes, and it's not included. Actually, if it's not a number and it's not in the array, return false. So if it's not a number and it's not in my array of positions, then return false. Else if, no, else, I guess the concern I'm running into is else if, okay, yeah, if, else if is not a number, position. If it's just not a number, and you already weren't in the array, no, if it's not a number and you are in the array, and if we do if it's not a number and you're in the array, then we can return true. Let's rush to the true cases. Otherwise, if you're not a number, return false. So this rules out all situations in which you would not be a number. Now, if you are a number, if so else if is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 36, return true. Else return false. Okay, I think those are my three cases for is it a valid position. You either said something, a word that's in my array. If you said any other word, you're booted. If you provided a number, but it was greater than, it was outside the bounds of 0 to 36, then you're also returned as false. I like that. Okay, so let's see what do I do with my is valid position. If is invalid, if valid position. Else. And this is where we need to say return the position. We need to start with the username. At username, the position you indicated is not valid. Your bet has not been recorded. Please try again. Okay, so that should get us where we want for if the position is invalid. Now we have, is it a valid wager? There's a couple of conditions to that. Although I have, is valid wager is also can user afford. I feel like maybe that should just live in there. Maybe this is its own condition. What do you think? Like that. And then we can just take this away. And we can take all of this, bump it back one. And then is valid wager will have a condition, which is can't user afford. So this one's going to need an await on it because I actually have to call the database. So if await is valid wager, and that's going to require, oh, I have an async function. That's smart of me. Why did we break? What broke? I think it's the logic that I added down here. Now is it good? Okay, it was just that. Okay, so if it's a valid wager, so this is where I need to check if, again, underscore dot is NAN WGR I don't think I need to shorten these up because they're not in the same function. I was worried that they were in the same function, but I don't need to worry about that. Let's clean these up so they're more readable. Well, position needs to be shorter because I have an array. Nope, let's do this the right way. Position. This array up here, this is going to be position list. So if position list includes position, then we do this and this and this, and that becomes much more readable. Okay, so with this one, is valid wager, this is going to be wager. And if it's not a number, return false. Else, if I feel like there's going to be a point at which I always want to pull a user's record. I don't want to do it more than once. I wonder if it's worthwhile to just get the user's record like right now. It's probably worthwhile. Oh my gosh, it's 11:45? Where did you guys let the time go? This is crazy. Okay, so we're gonna move fast. Const user equals await. I think we already have this. We have the ability to get a user's record. Get user record. That's perfect. And I pass in a username. So await, and this is in airtable.get user record. The username is username. Okay. You don't like that because I haven't included Airtable, so let's do that somewhere. I can't believe we just decided to write a roulette game today. This is not always where I thought I'd end up, but this is going to be fun, hopefully. Okay, so we have our user, maybe. Are we still broken? Still broken. What is broken? Oh, do I have an else if that I just didn't finish? Yeah, else if. Well, now that we're doing that, this becomes a little bit easier. Wager user. And then, let's see. Is valid position. Await. I don't even need to await it now. I've already done that. This is going to simplify. Is valid wager. This is going to be wager and user.fields.currency. I don't like that at all. So this is going to be const user coins equals user.field.currency fields dot currency. Then for this I can say wager and user coins. Okay, so this is going to pass into is valid wager, the amount you bet, and the amount that you have. And so I can say if wager is less than user coins. If wager is less than user coins, we also want to do a else if wager is greater than 0, return false. No, if wager is less than 0. I don't want you betting negative amounts. That would be a clever way to beat my bot, and I'm sure some of you folks like Gold Zulu would most certainly give that a run. So if wager is less than user coins, return true. Otherwise, return false. Any other case. So let's think through this. If it's a valid wager, I'm checking, is it a number? If it's not a number, you're out. If the number that I got is less than 0, you're out. And if your wager is less than, if wager is less than the amount of coins that you possess, that is the only time in which this is allowed. Any other cases return false. Okay. So now we need an else case for is valid wager. So this is going to come down here. And we're going to say else return username like so with an @ symbol in front of it. The amount you wagered is invalid. You currently have user coins. Please try again. Okay. Get rid of my old man 2 spaces. I can't break that habit, guys. I've tried so hard. So hard. I just cannot do it. Even on my cell phone, where I'm using like a tap keyboard, I just can't stop with the 2 spaces. Else return username. The position you indicated is not valid. Your bet has not been recorded. The amount wagered is invalid. Your bet has not been Jeff none recorded. You currently have coins. Okay, 1,000 on black. Everybody's coming in 1,000 on black. I love it. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome back. For those of you that haven't been here in a little while, we're Jailwork. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm almost done. I'm hoping to finish this here really soon. So what I've done is I've had a couple of conditions. We're working through this if statement. If they provided me a valid position on the roulette wheel, great. If they have a valid wager, then great. Then we're going to spin, and then we have all of our results. So now we just need to do the payout and withdrawal functions. I don't need this anymore. Can't use or afford. We solved that. I have my spin function. I have my withdrawal. So this one is going to be a simple update statement on my... do I already have like a update user score? Heck yes, I do. Where do I do the update score? Update score, look at this. So we're just going to take this. I feel like this needs its own thing now. We're going to take this out. Refactoring. Refactoring is the best. So we're going to take that and we're going to create a new function, Airtable function, called update score. Update score.js. We're going to create a record in here that is just... what is update user score? This is where I check and see if you exist. I see. I'm using this. So I'm using this update user score every time that you participate in chat. This is the thing that updates your chat for you. But I should probably just have an update score function, which looks like that. And for this one, we're going to need the big dog Airtable. So we'll do that. Oh, go up to the top. And we'll need keys. And that comes up here. What? Oh, yeah, I was doing it here. Have my keys. And then I'm going to pass in a user. And a currency. Okay. So I'm going to pass in the user. That's great. I'm going to pass in the currency. I don't need to update it with +1. We're just going to take the value that I'm passing in here, and that's going to be your new currency. And that looks pretty good. We need to do a module.exports equals update score. And make sure I have my index. So much to do. Const equals require. Okay, so that gets me most of the way. Update score. I got rid of it here, but I don't think I really wanted to get rid of it here because this is working and I don't want to break it. We can rip it out here in a second. But so this thing will just take a currency value and a user, and then I'm going to go ahead and update their record and set their currency to the right value. So this should mean that I can come in here and I can say I'm going to need user amount, and that means all of these I need to pass that user through. It's not username. It's going to be user because I'm going to need all the context for that user. Dennis Straub, AWS, welcome, man. Thank you for the wave and the hello. I'm glad you're here, man. We're just passing some users around. No big deal. Return context username. This could just be... What is this? I don't even need this. Okay. So we are calling either payout or withdraw. And for withdraw, we're going to do... const action equals await. These are going to need to be async. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Airtable dot update score user, and the amount actually is going to be user dot fields dot currency minus amount. No, I don't actually take your wager away. Like, you don't lose that. Because I haven't actually taken your wager initially. So I guess the way to explain this is if you play the number 4 on a roulette table and you put $1 on it, when you win, they're going to put $35 on top of your $1. And if you were to pull everything back, you would have $36. The dollar that you bet plus the 35 that they gave you. So because of that, what I want to do here is say, I want to take the amount of money that you had when you lose, and I just want to take the amount of your wager away. We should just say wager. That's clearer. So I'm just going to take your wager away. This is what happens when you lose. When you win, and this is where we'll have to say, we'll have to return like some clever message. So at user dot fields dot, but in your winnings include your wager, right? So that 35 doesn't though. They're paying you 35 to 1, and what you're doing is getting the 35 plus your 1, and so I need to make sure that I'm not giving you that money. We'll figure that out in a second. But if you lose, I'm just going to take whatever the amount of money you had, and I'm going to subtract whatever you wagered. This is the easy case. I want to check my my data table here, if I can find it. I called this username. Okay. User.fields.username. Lost. Wager. Mr. Smoofy lost 10 coins. I have to pass so much information into these. User, wager. I need the outcome. I need to tell you what the outcome was. User, wager, spin result. And their bet position. Passing all of that stuff through. Because this will be my final stop in the withdrawal functions. That'll also be where I return the speech, the text that's going to come back to you. So all of these need all of those values so that I can easily respond to you. Okay. Almost done. Almost done. User, wager. No, this isn't wager anymore. This is amount. Because I'm passing in a modified version. Amount. Lost amount. Coins minus amount here. Lost. Bet was on let's see. Bet was on Binary Chef. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the follow. Rocking it out. This is going to be position. Bet was on position. Outcome was I'm just going to do this. We're going to need to do more with this. Spin result. Because if I say you bet on red and the spin was a 12, you don't know if that's red or black, so I'm going to have to give you more information about the outcome. Give more context to the outcome of the spin. Okay, and then for payout, this is going to be await equals await air table that update score user, and this is going to be user.fields.currency. I think I can do this, just currency plus amount. Because again, I'm not worrying about your bet at all. Because I never withdraw your money, if you bet 35 to 1 and then I say, hey, give them 35 times their bet, I don't need to worry about the 36th one because I never actually took it from you. I was just kind of holding it in good confidence knowing that I was going to do something with it depending on the outcome. So this gives me that. And then for this, it's going to be pretty much the same. I mean, we'll have different speech, but username lost. This is going to be 1. Bet was on position. Outcome was spin result. So I think that's good for now. I think this should be testable now. Anyway, we can find all of the many bugs that I've created, including one right now. What's wrong? Const action. Oh, because this needs to be. Wait. Nope. Async. How do you like me now? Okay. So let's try this. Let's see what happens if I come into the chat and I say, can I get rid of that? If I say roulette. Just like that. What do you say? You say nothing? Cannot read property starts with of undefined. I didn't pass anything back for that? Oh, because I didn't do an else case for this. Else. I don't need those. Return at username. You need to provide a bet and a position like this. Bet position. Please try again. Okay, let's try that again. So if I just say roulette, you need to provide a bet and a position like this. Roulette, bet, position. Okay, so if I say roulette 2 tacos. The amount wagered is invalid. Your bet has not been recorded. You currently have 85 Alexa coins available. Please try again. What does that mean? It's the bet is the first thing. The amount wagered is invalid. Why would you say the amount wagered is invalid? The amount wagered is invalid comes up to is valid wager. Why is invalid? Why is my wager invalid? If halfway to the Hall of Fame, Justin, I like it, man. If my wager is not a number, if the wager is less than 0, return false. If the wager is less than user coins, return true. It really feels like that's it. Console.log. We'll figure it out here. not a number. Let's see what we're dying for here. And this one, this is going to be less than 0. The other thing I haven't checked is like, what do my values actually look like? We should do this here too. Wager. No. Yeah. Wager. And this will be position, so we can at least see those. Okay. And let's get back to it. So why less than 0? Otherwise, yeah. Okay. Let's see what could have happened this time. Roulette to taco. The amount wagered is invalid. What happened? The wager, it thinks is roulette. I thought I already got rid of that at that point. There we go. That should fix some things. So now I can say roulette to taco. The position you indicated is not valid. Your bet has not been recorded. Please try again. I should tell them what the position I think they indicated is, so the amount wagered is invalid. I'll put quotation marks around it, and I will say that your wager goes right there. Position. Like so. Okay, so we're getting there. I'm just testing some of these edge casey things. So now if I say roulette to taco, the position you indicate is not valid. Taco, your bet has not been recorded. Please try again. Now, what if we say roulette to 2? Or 4 is the place I bet on a roulette wheel. Roulette to 4. Min is not defined. Oh, that's nice, Jeff. Plus 0. Okay. Roulette to 4. What went wrong there? My wager and position were 2 and 4. We got my user record. All of that is good. I must have some cases that I'm missing here. So is valid wager if it's not a number, but it was a number. Else, if the spin result equals position, which it must not have done. So we should log that out too. Console.log spin result. Spin result. I'm glad you're back, Kevin. We've made a lot of progress on this roulette wheel, and so now I'm trying roulette 2 space 4. And so wager 2, position 4, spin result was 12. So we're in the number case. But it didn't equal position, so shouldn't it have hit the withdraw? Why? We're not getting an error, but we're also not getting my speech back. We're probably not awaiting those calls, are we? I think that's probably it. We're returning it before we make these calls. So I think this is my issue, and why we're not getting a response. One more try. Well, payout and withdraw. Why am I not getting my response back? It's like I'm responding too soon. There's an await missing, but that's not the issue. Or maybe it is. No, that was totally the case. I just missed the one case I was hitting. Nope. Roulette 2-2. Seems like they all have awaits now. The other thing I should look at is it actually withdrawing. Like if I go look at my user account, I have 82. If I go make a wager, I have 81. So it's actually doing the update. I am actually getting withdrawn from. Now the reason it didn't go down 2, for obvious reasons, is that I also got a coin for executing the command, right? So that's something. But why am I not getting my responses? These are working. These returns are working. These always... I'm getting the withdrawing statement. Oh man, I don't know why I'm not getting the text back though. That's the most important piece. Is like, hey, this is what just happened. I really need to go too. But we're so close to almost having a working roulette table. Well, let's try this. Maybe I can get a win by doing like red or black or something. Roulette 10 red. Okay, so my position's not valid there. Message position is red, is valid position. Position list includes position. Did I have a typo? Oh, I see, because position list, these actually need to be in a higher scope. That could be more of my issue, actually. Okay. Roulette 10 red.
Well, now I know you're lying. Okay, the position you indicated is not valid. Red. I don't understand why we're not getting any errors for this. It feels like if I come down here and I look at position list, what could be wrong with this? It's an array of strings, that's correct. If it's not a number and it's a position in my list, I don't understand why this isn't working. Roulette 10 black. If it's not a number and it's in the list, is not a number, is an position. Console.log is in position list. Position list dot includes position. Red. Is not a number. Am I using that logic wrong? Is not a number. That feels like so what happens if I pass in 2, right? Like roulette 2. Is not a number is false. I'm sorry, what? Is n is number. Let's try that. Is number. Roulette 2. Yeah, and that's fine for 2, but it's also saying false for red. That's the issue that I'm running into, W. Giorgio. Is not a number is what the outcome I want. But it's returning false for everything, which is why I'm struggling with this. Is valid position. Is so like is a number, right? Is a number. And I'm checking is number now. So if I say roulette 4-5 is a number false. Even though my wager was 4, my position was 5. Very clearly you're getting the numbers. But when I ask it, is it a number? It's saying false. So let's do is number parse int position. I just don't know. Is a number true? So by parse inting it, is in position list false. So I would guess now, if I say roulette 5 red, the position you indicated is not valid. Why? Why do you think that? In this case, wager 5 position red is a number, is returning true. And I'm saying not is number here. And why does it think it's a number? It should not. What could I be doing wrong? This seems like basic junior high logic. Instead of using Lodash, isn't there like just a built-in JavaScript is function? And there's a built-in JavaScript one for these. So could I say is like that? I don't think I can just do this, can I? Yeah, it looks like I can. If that I didn't think detecting a number was going to be the thing that held me up today. Two red. Is a number is true? No. Is a number is false? Is in position list? How are we returning false here? If this is is not a number. This is so dumb. Okay. Roulette 2 red. Is not a number. False. What? Am I not working with the number I think I'm working with? No, it says, if I'm seeing this right, it says that, getting so much chat from Jeff Nunn's channel, is not a number is false. Is not a number. I'm checking is not a number. This should be true. They should both be true. Roulette, 2 red. Is not a number is false. Right, that's what I'm only focusing on the position. I'm not focusing on the number at all. This is only about the position. That's all I pass in. So you can see the first thing I do is say position is red. So position is the thing I write here. Then I say, is it a number? Or is it not a number? It should tell me false. It should tell me true. That should be true. The word is red. I don't understand. Parse int. What is this going to give me? If I do something like that. Two red. What did that do? That gave me nothing? Is not a number is true, position list true. That seems to be working now by putting a parse int inside of it. So what if I say, I don't know why a parse int would get me where I want to be, but roulette 2-2. That should get me position 2 is not a number. False, because it's true. And is in position list. That's also good. I want those both to be false. If either of these are false, that's great. So this needs a parse int. Oh wait, that might be part of my issue. If it's not a number, that's not a reason to send it away. Why did I do that? Oh, because if it's not a number but it's not in the position list, that's what that is. So if I were to say like taco or something like that. Then if my position is greater than or equal to 0, so I guess the other thing we could do is do what we did like here. Take this. We'll just see what case we're hitting. So this becomes not number and in list. And then this becomes not in list. Sorry. Not number, not in list. And then this becomes is number position
now that we've totally made this look gross. Position is number between 0 and 36. So we returned true. We did our withdrawal. I don't understand why this return statement isn't doing anything. Probably because this never returns. I'll bet that's it. I'll bet it's because I was not returning anything. So that never got to do it. Roulette 2-2. Lost 2 coins. Bet was on 2. Outcome was 28. Oh, heck yeah. Roulette 2 red. Lost 2 coins. Bet was on red. Outcome was 8. Is 8 red? It is not. Whew. I think we built a roulette machine. I think we did it. I can't believe you guys have stuck with me this long. This is actually pretty cool. Okay, so I think I can get rid of a bunch of this commenting. Oh, the other thing I want to try. Let me try this so you don't have to ruin your standing. Roulette 10,000 red. The amount wagered is invalid. Your bet has not been recorded. You currently have 73 coins available. Please try again. Can't bet more than you have, although it would be very interesting to build a credit system where like you can borrow from the bank and you have to pay interest. All that. 36 is Kevin Evans with the air horn. Thank you, man. 36 I believe is red. Let's see. 36 is red. See, I need to give you that indication. So let's do that last thing, which is get function get outcome description, and we're just going to pass in the spin. So this will be if red dot includes. No, that's not what I want at all. Oh yeah, red dot includes spin, then return. What do I say here? Outcome was spin result, and we're going to call this get outcome description. Get outcome description. Like so. Okay. This should return outcome was return spin and then I can just say red. Else, if black includes spin, return that. Well, no, I can't do it that way. And also, it needs to be based on your wager. So I need spin result and position, because you care about the thing that is. Although I guess I could return all of them. No. I just want to return the one that's relevant to you. So spin and position. Because otherwise, every
every time we got to red, it would just hit that case and that's it. Now I'm going to return all the cases. So we're going to say let description equal nothing. And then this will be, no, let's have this equal spin. Like so, with a space. And then we can say description plus equals, could put an opening thing there, and then at the end of this we'll do a, these will all be ifs, which is painful, but okay. And then at the end we'll do a description plus equals closing thing like that, and then we'll return description. Okay. Description plus equal here is just going to be red. Like so. And then this will be description plus equals black, like that. Okay, so that's red and black. The next case is even odd, and this is really where I just have to do this thing again. I'm also not paying out for 0. I just realized that. Else if spin result equals position, I guess that would pay the 0. I didn't check. Does the 0 pay the same? 35 to 1, straight up 0? Yeah, okay. I don't have a double 0. That's not something my casino currently offers. So I need if this needs to be spin doesn't equal 0 and mod 2 is 0, then description plus equals even with a bar. I don't need that for this one. I just need if spin mod 2 is 1. Then this becomes odd. Although, what happens if I do a bet of 1? I'll be interested to see how that works out. Okay, or a spin of, if the result is 1. That's interesting. So that's even and odd, and then the last ones were bottom, top, high, middle, low. I should probably take these. This. And then 3 more. And these don't get the bars. So this will be low, middle, high. And this will be 36. And this will be 25. And this will be 13. And this will be 24, this will be 12, and that'll be 1. Okay, let's see. I really got to go. So let's see how this is going to go for us. So if I say Roulette 10-1. Black, even, bottom, low. Those need some spaces. Red. Huh. Well, that didn't work. I lost 10 coins. The bet was on red. Outcome was 19. 19 is definitely red. So we're not exactly there yet. Does payout just say that I lost? No, it says I won. Roulette 10 red. Withdrawing 10. If red includes the spin result, then we pay out. Outcome was red. No. This is what they chose. I am so out of time. I'm gonna have to stop. I think we have to stop here. But I want to finish this so badly. It doesn't make any sense why that wouldn't work. Switch position, case red. Matt, let me just check one thing. None of the positions were met. Just want to make sure I'm not hitting that case. Roulette 10 red. Ideas at random. Thank you for the follow. We're building a roulette chatbot because why not? I lost 10 coins. Somehow it's never paying out. And that's the issue that I'm running into right now. Position, not number, and in list. Roulette 10 red. Spin result 19. I don't know. I'm going to have to come back to this, I think. Maybe later tonight or something. But I feel like my isValidWager and my isValidPosition functions are working now, which is good. Yeah, this is pretty fun, ideas at random. We're building a chatbot that has a bunch of cool functionality baked in. And if you hit exclamation point commands in the chat, it'll give you a list of things to try. So you're welcome to play with any of those things as I'm tinkering here. But I really wanted to get this to a point where this was working before I left, and it's just not. I'm losing every time, no matter what. Okay. Update score is now doing what it needs to do. It does sound accurate for a casino to never pay out, Mr. Smoothie. I agree. I just don't. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, and unfortunately I have to go. But it's something related to this. Like somehow. Let's do dot trim. I don't think that would do it, but. Oh, maybe it's this. Could it be that? Roulette 10.red. Huh. Just like a casino. Now I don't have enough money. That's so funny. Jeff. Now I do. How can it hit black every time? Okay. Paying out, we got our payout condition. Field currency cannot accept the provided value. Okay. Payout. Oh, because of a typo. That wasn't my issue. We just found a new issue. But now, roulette 10 red. Field currency. Okay, last thing is what is this amount? So dumb. Losing conditions are working so well. Nine 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 4510. Yeah, why isn't it just adding the numbers together? We did it. Jeff won 10 coins. That was on red. Outcome was 34. Red, even, top, high. I'm just giving you all of the outcomes that go with 34 so that you know. Roulette 10 high. Won 20 coins. What? Wait, why did I win 20 coins? Oh, because that's 2 to 1. I have the data. I should probably do it. Is action.fields.currency. Okay. Nice job, W. Giorgio. Let's see if that works. Now I'm going to give you your balance. So many black outcomes. Okay, guys. Casino is open. We have a roulette wheel, and it looks like it's working. So I think the next step on doing this is to have like a roulette event, and do it so that you guys someone will start a roulette event that will probably use channel points to start the roulette event. Then it'll let everybody log their scores. This is the future version of this. It'll let everyone log their bets. So you could bet 5 on 4 and 5 on 10. Like you could log a few bets, and then I will be the only one that, I don't have to figure that out who the broadcaster is. The broadcaster will have the right to then execute the spin, and when the spin happens, then it'll pay everybody out automatically. The math, Mr. Smoofy, the math is working right. The catch is that you also got 1 coin for executing the command. So that's why you see me go from 63 to 58. But when I win, I go up 6 technically, because I also got 1 for. I guess I could remove the 1.
right? Like maybe you don't earn a command for gambling, but you or earn a point for gambling. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is, but it's working and it's good for now. And I really got to go. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys for an extra hour today. This was super cool. Yeah, that's correct. You would also still get one back. So this is great. I will be back here on Monday. We'll knock some more into this. Maybe we'll do the slot machine this time or something like that. So thank you guys all. I'll leave the bot running if you guys want to keep playing.